The grind is over. The lights are on. 6 remain. But only one takes it home.
They fought through the fire, played through the pain, stacked their wins, read the game. Now the final 6 take their place at the table where legends chase. No more rebuys, no more rounds, just cards and chips and battlegrounds. They came with skill, with pride, with style. This is the moment that's worth the while. Final table, light shine bright. Glory waits in the heat of the night. Every move, every read, every play, earned the hard way, no easy way. This is where the best collide. Syndicate pride, no need to hide. No second chances, but full respect to those who rose with every check. Now it's chips, it's nerves, it's time to write your name in the syndicate line. Final table, light shine bright. Only one walks out tonight. Not for luck, not for show. For the grind, for the game, for the glow. Let the cards fall where they may. The syndicate plays their way.
Under flame, every hand begins the same. Stacks are short, the blinds creep high. Only truth survives the lie. Raise the stakes, embrace the pain. Every loss refines the game. This is the crucible, where courage meets the call. Every chip, every soul rises or they fall. Through the fire, through the night, we are tempered by the fight.
And we are here, we are live. It is time for the Crucible, the final table. With the Syndicate Poker Club, syndicatepokerclub.com, playing live free roll poker at PokerNow.club. Our final 7 are here at the final table to set this felt ablaze. They have fought through the last 8 weeks of qualifiers. Some early in the morning, late at night, middle of the day. It doesn't matter. They're all here from all walks of life on this face of the earth. And we will shuffle up and deal as we get going with cards in the air. Our final 7 for the Crucible. Our first final table of the fall season. Blinds start out at 5,100. We are deep stacked at 10,000 chips a player. 10,000 invisible fake chips worth no actual cash. It's all free. At the free-to-play poker site, PokerNow.club. Ika Kika taking down the first hand with no effort with pocket 4s. Ika Kika on her first final table, I believe, with the Syndicate. Did have a final table appearance with the now defunct Assembly in the Gauntlet. For King Ace Hole taking another hand down with no effort right there. Who all made that top 7? Well, you can see them. They're all at the table, but let's get that card up while we can. Right quick. And we can't read the shit out of that, can we? But it is Forking Ace-Hole, it's Millie, it's Ika Kika, it's Jam Rock and Roll, it's Biggie Large, it's Vixen, it's Neon 10. The top 7 final table qualifiers of the Crucible. Right here on the Syndicate, live on YouTube.com. On our live YouTube channel. These games happen live. We stream every one of them live. These are not pre-recorded. These are all happening as we speak. Ika Kika taking down another hand there. As we get rocking and rolling. Blinds go up every 10 minutes. A little steeper than normal because we are in a deep stack. They'll take a break after 6 rounds of blind levels after the first hour. We'll take a short break, but we'll see where everybody's going to go with this. We have a 7-3 jack on the flop here. This is rainbowed up, playing no limit hold'em all the way through. Biggie Large folding out. 250 to go over to Jam Rock and Roll. Most of these players, all but 2 of them, just got done playing the Chase series just a couple of hours ago. Jam Rock and Roll got caught hiding Chase. 6 of clubs comes out on the river. It is checked by both players. Ika Kika with the pocket kings. Taking down yet another hand. Ika Kika, one of the newer players to the Syndicate. Originally started off at the now defunct Assembly, but now learning and working her way up to a higher level with the Syndicate Poker Club. Only currently sitting Syndicate overall 15th, but these stats will be changing by the end of this week. She is not going to be sitting there very long. Series games that she's won 2 so far. Loves playing with the Syndicate as her notable poker accolade. But that's not true because she actually won a live action tournament. It was a free roll too, I do believe. But she won that. She was pretty proud. She did well. And she's doing well here with the Syndicate as one of the quote-unquote rookie players, having just started with the Syndicate in the fall season. Millie will get out of the way of this one. Everybody else limping in. Ika and Biggie Large. 8 Jack 9 comes out, rainbowed up. A 5 of Hearts comes out on the turn. Checked so far all the way around for a free river card. That's another 5. And we will have a, well, what do you know? It's a chop suey chop hot. Get the chopsticks. We're already breaking out the avatars, or the overlays now. As the ladies will split that one up. Fair mixed battle of the sexes going on here. Forking Ace-Hole, Neon, Jam Rock and Roll, and Biggie Large holding down the guy's side. While Ika, Millie, and Vixen will take on the ladies' side here. Ace King of Clubs, a Queen of Hearts. 500 to go, says Vixen, so 400 more over to Ika. Ika will play along. Biggie's out of the way. Jack of Clubs comes. Royal Flush possible, sitting on the board already. Broadway not far behind. A flush not far behind. 300 to go on both. 8 of Diamonds comes out. Vixen checks it. Ika checks it back. And Vixen will have the 10 for the Broadway straight. Ika Kika with the Ace Jack. As I all of a sudden will talk like Forrest Gump. I haven't done Forrest yet. Not this season, I haven't. 5,100 are the blinds for another 4 minutes, pretty much. Neon and Millie getting out of the way of this one. No good for them at the start of this slow-moving first part of the game. 8-3 of diamonds, 6 of hearts. Everything checked around so far. Over to Vixen. $100 to go, says Miss Vixen. Lots of table talk going on this game. And Vixen will take that one down. The game is No Limit Texas Hold'em. The white little dot sitting in front of 4 King Ace Hole is the dealer button. To the left of that player is a small blind, then a big blind to the left of that player, 5,100 respectively. Then the rest of the remaining players, after 2 cards dealt face down, have an option to call, raise, or fold that big blind bet. 3 community cards everybody can use. A round of betting. Another community card called the turn. Another round of betting. And there's another chop suey chop pot. Lots of chop pots going on. Everybody's sharing is caring tonight. Actually, I have to make sure I say that correctly in English. Sharing is caring, because if you say Karen, people think Karen, and they think, oh, goodness gracious. Do we need to get the manager? 450 to go, says 4 King Ace Hole. Ika will play along. Everybody else getting out of there. Aces on the flop with a 5. A deuce comes on the turn for free. And a free river card, a 10 of hearts. 4 King Ace Hole and Ika. Ika going to go for a $100 donation and gets it with trip aces. Tried to slow play looking for 4 King Ace Hole to bet into her there. Did not work. Millie calls into the action, gets involved. Everybody else says no thanks. Jam Rock and Roll, 50 more to go to see this flop and play his cards. Says they're shitty enough that he needs to fold. 2, 4, 8, 4, 8 of clubs, 2 of hearts. 10 of diamonds comes for free. Millie says no freebies from here. And you got to pay for a ride on down the river to a Cajun hideaway. No singing tonight. My voice is dead. 5,100 is the blind structure still for another 20 seconds. So we'll be probably finishing out. No, we'll go one more hand at 5,100. And the blinds will raise up to 75,150. Forced bets pre-flop before we see any cards. Those bets are put out before the cards are even dealt. They're kind of like an ante. I think in some cases, some people call it an ante. Not anti-mame. What was Wizard of Oz? Annie M. It's a twister. It's a twister. A Jack of Hearts comes on the turn, and a 10 of Hearts comes on the river. As everybody checks down for the showdown, pair of 5s for Vixen. Vixen just recently taking a title under her belt with the Face-Off Series, a round-robin heads-up tournament. Players going head-to-head, round-robin, and then a double elimination tournament after that for the playoffs. Likes to play Hold'em, comes out of North Carolina. Best season go, sit and go ranking over at PokerNow.club. 29th series games won 5. I don't think that's right. I think that's not updated. But Syndicate overall currently sitting in 8th as we get ready to wrap up all these series here with the Syndicate Poker Club. 985 on this flop. 525 is what it's worth apparently for Vixen and Biggie Large. 4 of spades comes up next. And an ace of diamonds will get checked for free. Pocket queens. Ika Kika would have had a straight. She would have had the wheel down there. Just not strong enough to get through to the flop. Everybody checking it around with 3 hearts on the board. 10-5 ace. 750 says Jamrock. 4 King Ace hole plays along with this with the board heart heavy now. And a 5 of spades to round it out. Checked up. There's your flush with a deuce 6. Low baby flush there, but it held. Neon 10 sticking around for this hand. Neon also new to the Syndicate for the fall season. I'd say it's the first final table for Neon, but this would be the first final table for just about everybody for the fall season at least. Although just about everybody at this table except for our newcomers has been at a final table throughout the summer series with the Syndicate. You can check out all those past stats at syndicatepokerclub.com. All the past tournaments listed there with leaderboards, video links, all that good stuff. Queens bookend this board of a 4-5-6. And Millie will take that one down. 4 King Ace hole up there would have had the trip queens on the river. Ace 9 of diamonds, 8 of spades comes out on this flop. Worth only a 525 chip pot. Another diamond comes out that's worth $1.50 from Jammer. Forking Ace hole says, yeah, it's good enough. Let's go. Both players check out that jack. 3 of a kind. Trip 6s for Forking Ace hole. Everybody ducking out of the way here. Ika going in. Biggie Large going big with 500. Another 350 to go. Oh, another 350 on top of that. So we're at 850 now. Five, 6, 8 of hearts. Ace of spades comes out for free on the turn. Only $1.50 to go here. And we are heart heavy on this board again with a 9 of hearts. Check for free. Ace Queen. Just a pair of aces for Jamrock with his Ace Queen suited of diamonds. The Ace Queen of Diamonds appears again, but this time on the board with the 6 of clubs. 8 of spades comes out on the turn. Our audio got lost there for a second. There we go. 9 of hearts comes out on the river. And everybody checks it down. Millie with the king high card there. Ace king. Queen 8-9. No pairs, no straights, no flushes, no nothing. Just a high card. Takes that one down. Nothing too terribly exciting at the moment. Although Biggie Large, almost down half his stack at this point. Been shared around to everybody a little bit. Mostly over to Vixen, it appears. But those chips are shifting back and forth to everybody. Ace of diamonds on this turn that everybody's slowing it down. Giving a 10 of diamonds on the river. Vixen will take that one. 2 pair, queens over 10s. Nobody getting anything too terribly exciting at all. Getting close to a family pot. No, sorry, Biggie Large is out of there, so we are not getting close to a family pot on this one. Rainbow flop. King 5-3. A spade, a heart, and a club. Jack of diamonds comes out on this turn. And a 3 of clubs wraps it up for free. The poker gods are not going to give you good cards when you're just trying to get free ones. 2 pair, kings over 3s. Jam Rock and Roll will take that little bit of pot there. He'll take that little bit of pot, put it in his pipe, and smoke it. Jam Rock and Roll likes to play Hold'em. Been playing on the PokerNow.club site for quite a while. A few years. 44th overall sit-and-go season ranking. Top ranking. 2 series games won with the Syndicate over the course of the last 6 months or so. Once got quad aces at the Flamingo. Currently sits 7th overall with the Syndicate. Hails out of Australia. 68 years old. You're never too old to play poker, they say. Jamrock says you're never too young. Five queen 8 comes out. It's rainbowed. There's a club. There's a diamond. There's a spade. 150 to go from Millie. Everybody's saying that little bet might be a little sneaky. Except for Jammer, who's thinking it through. And Millie will take that one down. Five, 7, and an 8. 5, 7 of clubs, 8 of spades. Everybody playing to win this one, going real slow. Ace of clubs comes out on the turn for free. And it's a king of spades to finish the board. And just a high card again. Almost a straight, just shy. So Jamrock will take a few more chips onto the chip stack there. As I said, we just got done doing the Where's Chase series here just a few hours ago. A couple hours ago, 2 hours, 2.5 hours ago. And then you are currently watching the Crucible final, which happens here right now, Thursday, 4 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, Saturday, technically. It will be Friday. It's Thursday currently now in the U.S. The Omaha Conclave final qualifier game number 8 comes up. And depending on where you're at, it doesn't matter. It'll technically be Saturday at 1 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for that broadcast. Then the Dominion final table and the Accord final table coming after that. The Dominion final on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Accord final Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we hit a wrong button there. There we go. Queen 7 of clubs, King 7 of clubs, Queen of diamonds. Going into our third hour of broadcasting here, so give me a break. Give me a break off of that Kit Kat bar. Ace of spades comes out on the river. Ika's 400 chip bet will take that one down. And she will keep her winning hand secret. The Syndicate Poker Club playing 7 different series currently right now. The Crucible, this one right now, just finishing up. Like we said, we've got the Omaha Conclave, which is an Omaha mixed tournament on Fridays. Saturdays and Sundays, those are filled up by the Weekend Warrior on both days, back-to-back games. All mixed up. As they will be playing No Limit Hold'em and Omaha Pot Limit and Omaha 8 High-Low, as it's called. Then they're back on Monday playing No Limit Hold'em Final Table Series with the Dominion Run Tuesday morning. Final table of the Accord. And Wednesday, they'll be coming back with Chase, as well as the Horizon final table early in the morning. Vixen getting the nut flush on that one. 1 card shy of a royal. As our blinds are sitting at 100, 200, about halfway through this level. Chip stack's not going really too haywire at this point yet. Biggie Large with a little bit of a dent in his car. 235 comes out. It has a rainbow hue to it. Pair of 5s on the board now with a 5 of hearts. And a king. Every time I say king, you know what I think? I think of the movie Coming to America. John Amos's character. Hey, King! King! Come here, King! If you don't know the movie, you don't even know my reference. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. What do I know? I'm just a voice of mystery, so I should have no idea what the hell's going on, right? It's all mysterious. Look out! 550 to go from Neon. Starting to flex some muscles over here. Millie in the action. And apparently, Neon's chips are just a little too hot for anybody to want to play here. Jam rock and roll, thinking it through. And that'll be a no-go. Neon stealing some blinds on that one. Six ace queen comes out. A little heavy on the top side there, but it's still rainbowed. Jamrock timing out here. Millie roasting a chicken right now. Oh, wait, sorry, that was 3 days ago. Ace of Spades comes out. And just a pair there for Miss Millie. A pair of queens. Three minutes left on our blind level here. And of course, not much to see on a leaderboard when we only have 7 players, but we'll break it down for you here real quick where everybody actually is sitting visually. Vixen currently your chip leader at 13-8. Millie sitting in second. Forking Ace-Hole currently your third place with chips on our chip stack counts. Neon and Biggie Large rounding out the bottom 2 there. Biggie Large being the short stack currently. Jack 6-10 comes out on the flop of 7 of diamonds on the turn. And a Queen of Spades to give us a spade heavy board. Neon going 600 and gets everybody out of there again. Not getting the action he probably wants here. But it may come sooner than later. Only 30 minutes into the game here with 7 players at the final table. 7 qualifier players. Total field of, I think it was, 15. But out of the players that qualified to make to the final table, only the top 7, the top 50% were able to get on the table. Eight, 7 of clubs. King of hearts. 5 of spades comes next. 200 to go from both Biggie Large and Millie. Queen on the river. And Millie will take down yet another hand there with a pair of 8s. With a Jack 8 there. Still looking for the most exciting hand we have seen all game yet, and it is not coming yet. But they will come as the blinds get bigger and better. As we're into a 10,000 chip stack start. Going deep at 100 blinds. Or is it 75? I don't remember where it was. Something like that. Anyway, they started out with 10,000 in free chips, free invisible chips that you can't see because they don't have chip animations over at PokerNow.club, but they do it for free at PokerNow.club, where the Syndicate plays all of their games. $200 to go over to Jam Rock and Roll. And Forking Ace-Hole will check his option. Jack's on the board with a king. King, Jack, spade. And a Jack of hearts. Now a 10 of clubs. Ika's putting some muscle on it for 200. And that'll be enough to pull back. Trip 10s on the turn to give her a full boat. 10s full of jacks. Nobody able to get any action on anything here. Ika complaining about it. Ika says, to hell with you. I'm going to play in the other sandbox now. Her and Millie are going to go have a couple of glasses of wine. and take those 800 chips and buy another bottle. There we go. Ika takes it down. Blinds are now up 200, 400. So things will start getting a little bit more serious here as the blinds get bigger. Because before you know it, they will be up to 500, 1,000. And that's when the chip stacks can start dwindling very quickly if you're not able to play and gather some back. 773 on the board. It is paired up with two different things. 2 sevens and 2 hearts. 7-3 of hearts and a 7 of clubs. Now 4 of clubs, so we've got 2 of each suit there. Checked around for a free 2 of diamonds. Shopping at the dollar store for a card here. And just the pair of 7s with a king kicker. We'll take that for jam rock and roll. Shopping at the soup kitchen again. Nothing too terribly great there. So with that, we will be back I will be back momentarily. But the Syndicate playing live free poker at PokerNow.club. Check out the Syndicate at their website, SyndicatePokerClub.com. Player profiles, game history, stats, leaderboards, all sorts of stuff. You can see what all the Syndicate is up to there, as well as links to previous live stream games, including Monday night's exciting game, the Dominion Run final qualifier. Man, was that full of twists and turns and teeter-totters and everything else as we watched live the leaderboard change for who was going to qualify to the final table. So check that out. SyndicatePokerClub.com. I'll be back in a minute.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a wild new crew that started on a gaming trip with chaos breaking through.
back. Full house for Vixen as we come back in here. 9's on the board, but Pocket Queens will take that for a full house against Neon. And that will change our leaderboard up quite a bit. Four, 3, 4 comes out on this flop. Everybody checking it around so far. Nothing too exciting on that board. We cannot get any board that seems really flopping like that. Oh, wow. Although we did miss the call on that last one with the trip 9s on the board. Deuce of Hearts comes out on the river. Ika going 800 here. Jam Rock and Roll will fold out, and Millie is going to let that go as well. Ika keeping it quiet and keeping it secret. Vixen starting to pull ahead of the pack over Ika. Millie right behind Ika there in third place. Neon, the short stack, 25. Biggie Large just a little bit over that. Ika getting some more chips piled in. And Forking Ace-Hole just kind of laying stagnant, which is always a dangerous thing because you never know what could happen there. Could end up coming out of nowhere. 8-5 of diamonds, deuce of spades, 9 of spades comes on the turn. Checked by both players. Another 9. So now we got a couple of 9s on the board again. And Ika grabbing another grand over the Doyle of Jam Rock and Roll there. And here comes Forking Ace-Hole. He's going to start flexing his muscles over there, the Viking. Nobody wanting to play with that yet so far. And no action. Blinds up to 300, 600. As we got about 10 minutes now at this blind level as we just started it out. 2 9 of spades, 10 of diamonds. 6 of clubs comes out. And Millie will take that with a Doyle. 10 deuce. Rest in peace, Doyle. $600 to go. 300 more to Millie to limp in on this one on the small blind. No go. Vixen checks the option. 3-4 jack. More boring cards to flop out here. As Biggie Large will take that. Yeah, we almost popped up the wrong graphic. That was going to be kind of sad. All the music that you hear with the Syndicate Poker Club on the Syndicate Poker Club Streamcast can be found over at syndicatepoker.bandcamp.com. Not actually table 2, but syndicatepoker.bandcamp.com. All in, all wrong for all the comedy and fun songs. The Syndicate sessions for all of the dramatic game themes and background music that we use during the games. All free downloads. You can check it out or donate to the Syndicate Poker Club and check that out. We always get questions, where can I get that? Where can I listen to it? Well, that's where you can listen to it. All original songs written by the Syndicate as far as the lyrics are concerned. Little help from AI to make all the music happen. 300, 600 ready to go on a new hand here over to Jam Rock and Roll. Jammer sleep at the wheel again. It appears we'll fold that one out. Oh, 4 King Ace-Hole going up. And that will be a call by Biggie Large. That will take his stack just about in half now. 5, 4, 8 on the board. It is rainbowed. Big all-in bet to Biggie Large. Well, a big bet to put Biggie Large all in. Biggie Large taking time on this one. And Big Slick over pocket tens. Good fold, really, for Biggie Large there, unfortunately. That's always a shitty thing about poker some days. Poker, I don't know, man. I just can't talk. So if I'm going to have an accent, then I will have a goddamn accent. That's the thing about poker, is that you can have the best starting cards, and until that flop comes down, you may not have shit. So you got to play that flop pretty true to the book, as they call it. Everybody folding out. Jam Rock and Roll 300 to go in for a limp. Goes over the top, doubles it up to 12 now. 6 to go for Neon. This will be more than half his stack to call. 10 ace 7 rainbowed. A diamond, a spade, and a heart. Ace of spades are high card there. 24 puts Neon all in. Jam Rock and Roll does. Neon to call or fold here. Neon does not take the bait. Had a pair of sevens. Jam Rock and Roll does not show. 2 overcards sitting on that board does not help. Blinds being 300, 600. That'll put Neon down to 12. Jam Rock and Roll call. Limping in on this one. Millie checking the option. 10, pardon me, 10, 8, 5. 5, 8 of hearts and a 10 of diamonds. A free 3. And a free 2. And that is checked, and Miss Millie will take a pair of 2s on the river. Not exactly a river of tears on that one. $600 to go over here for Jam Rock and Roll. Neon gets out of there. Getting very conservative as the short stack. Biggie Large not far behind on the short stack now after calling that 600. Pardon me. I am still choking on my own saliva. Like you really needed to know that. Millie checks it over to Vixen. Vixen checks it over to Ika. Ika checks it over to Biggie. Biggie checks it to nobody because now we get a free card. 4 of spades is what they paid for. And another free card. It's a 6 of spades to give the board a spade-heavy look. And a free showdown. Biggie Large will take that one with just a high card. Ace kicker. Ace-queen kicker. Ika also had an ace, but her ace had a jack. $600 gallons of coffee later, we are still on the air here with the Syndicate Poker Club, syndicatepokerclub.com. Make sure to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, mash that button, or do whatever it is you're supposed to do. In the words of South Park, when they made fun of, what was that, prime drink or whatever it was, you got to get cred. If you don't get cred, you're going to be a piece of shit. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, otherwise you're a piece of shit, right? No, you're not a piece of shit. You're tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. Support the Syndicate. Become part of the Syndicate. Check us out, syndicatepokerclub.com. King of Diamonds comes out on this river. 12 to go. Ika says no. 4 King Ace-Hole keeping his cards close to his heart. Not showing a damn thing on this final table. The Syndicate Poker Club plays for free but plays for real. When we say that, we mean that they do not play for money, but they play the game like they're playing for money. Just like you would play Monopoly to play it the best you possibly could. And that's how the Syndicate looks at playing this poker, these poker series with the Syndicate. You can go play it stupid and never learn anything, or you can play it like you mean it. Pair 4 is for Ika. 1800 to go. 1800 into the chip stack for Ika. Builds her bank pretty much up to where it's been sitting so far the whole game. Just a little over $2,000 extra. Probably be our last hand at this blind level of 300, 600. We will then be going up to 400, 800. 1,200 to go from Neon all in. And this will be our second all-in move, or third all-in move, I think. We have 2 callers. Neon could triple up. A little bit more than that because he took some blinds with that. 2 9s on the board. Customary check down, it looks like, all the way through the river. And check down to a full boat. Wow. Neon with a Jack 4 suited ends up catching a boat off of that. With the board pairing up the 4s and then pairing up beyond that. So Neon back in the game, tripling up a little bit more than that, like I said, by being able to take the blinds on the small and big blinds. Now Neon on the big blind. Now all the way over to Millie. And everybody's going to fold out except for Ika, who's going to limp in. 300 more to go to Jam Rock and Roll. Goes up over the top, doubles it up. 600 more to go for everybody. And we just got Jam and Ika going at this one. All diamonds out there, 5, 6, 9. And it is checked. Another diamond, completely heavy on the diamonds for sure now. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, Jammer, so be careful. Watch out. 600 to go, says Ika, and Jammer folds it up. With there being a baby 3 in there, but it will complete the flush to make the win. Betting out Jam Rock and Roll on that one. Biggie Large now on the short stack here. We'll hop into this hand for 800 as the blinds have gone up. 610 Queen. It is rainbowed up. And we are checked around for an 8 of clubs. By the way, word to the wise, don't buy twin snakes from Haribo if you forget that one side's sweet and one side's sour. Nothing like Sour Patch Kids. Vixen will take that one down. Just a high card, ace 7. Neon quite possibly earning the award for most exciting hand of the first hour. Catching a full house with fours on an all-in bet. 8 queen of clubs, 3 of spades. Another club comes out, makes the board heavy again. On the suits, Millie will take some chips, gets the flush on the turn. And not so baby. That was 9-4, so it wasn't quite that small. And Biggie Large sitting on the cliff at the moment with a 5-8-9, 8-9 of hearts and a 5 of spades. Biggie Large will not go all in with forking ace holes 800 chip bet. Vixen's out of there. The Viking keeps it secret again. Biggie Large will be all in next hand for sure, as he will be on the big blind, which is 800. Now Neon goes all in pre-flop, big time, 3,500. And he will steal the blinds with that bet, keeping him alive and about half a chip stack start. Biggie Large now all in on the blind. Jam Rock and Roll will go along with it. Millie will get out. Vixen, no thanks. And Biggie Large with a chance to triple up. Going all in blind pretty much here. 3-6-6 on the flop and then a jack of hearts. And Biggie Large is DRT. With Ika flopping the trip sixes with a king kicker. That will take Biggie Large out of the equation for the final game of the Crucible series, heading out in 7th place at the final table of the Crucible, setting things on fire. Biggie Large coming to the Syndicate right at the beginning of the Syndicate's life, one of the original players. So he's got 12 series games that he won. And always an inside joke with the Syndicate that he showed up for a game on time once as his notable poker accolade. But he is the Syndicate overall second place player currently right now, having cleared over 100 games with the Syndicate. $287 on this board. Neon's going all in. Just shy of a pot bet here, as we are diamond heavy. Ika will not go with that one. 8-10 two pair. Ika had another 8. But Neon with 2 pair will get the win on that. Betting Ika out, but probably had it anyway. $400 more to go. But that is not going to happen, as Millie will scoop up 400 extra chips there. Nobody else wanted to even fathom that hand. It was so shitty for their cards. 400 to go for Millie. She will limp in. Vixen checking the option. 8-4 offsuit. Everybody's favorite in online poker, and a king of hearts. And Millie's bet will get that cleared out of the way quickly. 3.5 minutes, and then we will be on to a break, and then when we come back, the blinds will be up. 1,600 to go, says Jamrock, doubling it up. Ika will play along. 2 aces and a 4 on the board. That flops it down. Ika checks it over to Jammer. Ika double stacked right now over Jam. Jam goes all in. Ika calls it. She has the ace. He has the pocket kings. And Ika will put an end to that right there with a full boat. Aces full of fours as the board pairs up again. And that will take Jam Rock and Roll out in 6th place of the final table of the Crucible. And Ika working her way up, actually taking the chip lead over, just barely over Millie. The unsuspecting events of the game of the Crucible final table with the Syndicate Poker Club. Playing live, free poker at PokerNow.club. Like, subscribe. Get ready to see more games coming to you soon, as we've got finals week coming up next week. All final tables on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday will be off. Friday we'll be back with the Omaha final. And then following after that, Sunday will be the final of the Weekend Warrior. 2,400 to go, says Neon. Ika will fold that one out. Four King Ace Hole takes 3,600 to go on this one. So he's 4-betting this one up. Actually, a little more than that. A 4-bet would have been 3,200. Wait, no, 6 times 8 is 48. Duh. Come on, math. You can find the area under the curve. You can't fucking multiply the bets, apparently. What the hell's wrong with you, voice of mystery? Stupid weirdo. Yeah, I know. We're getting the phone calls in the booth complaining. We had somebody pounding on the door earlier, insisting I had to have Starbucks. I said, fuck you. I had to call the authorities on that one. I ain't drinking that expensive shit. If I want expensive shit, I'll get the white chocolate out and we'll build some Freak Child's coffee. Ika Kika taking that one. And we will get ready to go into break after this hand as we take a look at our leaderboard going into it. We will not squeeze in another hand. Jack 6 of diamonds comes up. 4 of spades along with that. 800. And Neon will fold out of that one. Millie, Jack Ace. So pair of jacks there. We will take a break here as we have gotten through our first hour of the final table of the Crucible. Right here with the Syndicate Poker Club. We'll be back in just a few momentary seconds.
The grind is over. The lights are on. 6 remain. But only one takes it home.
They fought through the fire, played through the pain, stacked their wins, read the game. Now the final 6 take their place at the table where legends chase. No more rebuys, no more rounds, just cards and chips and battlegrounds. They came with skill, with pride, with style. This is the moment that's worth the while. Final table, light shine bright. Glory waits in the heat of the night. Every move, every read, every play, earn the hard way, no easy way. This is where the best collide. Syndicate pride, no need to hide. No second chances, but full respect to those who rose with every check. Now it's chips, it's nerves, it's time to write your name in the syndicate line. Final table, light shine bright. for show, for the grind, for the game, for the glow. Let the cards fall where they may. The Syndicate plays their way.
Under pressure, under flame, every hand begins the same. Stacks are short, the blinds creep high. Only truth survives the lie. Raise the stakes, embrace the pain. Every loss refines the game. This is the crucible, where courage meets the call. Every chip, every soul rises or they fall. Through the fire, through the night, we are tempered by the fight.
Well, we're ready to get back into it here with the Crucible final table, as we're about to come back from break here in just a moment. Top 7 of the Crucible series from the Syndicate Poker Club, playing live free poker at PokerNow.club, a free-to-play poker client. Our 7 players: Ika Kika, Millie, Vixen, Forking Ace-Hole, Neon, Jam Rock and Roll, and Biggie Large. We have lost Biggie Large in 7th, and Jam Rock and Roll went out just recently, right before the break, in 6th place. And we are about ready to shuffle back up and deal here as we come into the second part of the game here, or second hour of the game, I should say. And there we are. We are shuffled up and dealt with blinds starting out at 500, 1,000 to go. Those big blinds will start debilitating players very quickly here if they're not able to play on those blind levels or those blind hands. Forced blinds to the left of the dealer, 500 on the small blind, 1,000 on the big blind on the first 2 players. Next player is called Under the Gun. That was Vixen in this case. They have the option to call, raise, or fold, and then a round of betting. Vixen will take this one down with a King 8 Ace. Ace 8, the dead man's hand. Suited diamonds. Don't you want the suited diamonds? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. 7-5 of diamonds again. With a deuce of clubs. Poker Cat just scared the shit out of me. Jumping off the chair, that fat ass. Thought the whole world was exploding just now. Kaboom! Vixen, Forking Ace-Hole going at this one, 1,000 apiece. 3 deuce 9. Ace of diamonds comes out on the turn for free. And a free river card, another ace. And just a kicker situation going on here again. King Jack and Queen Jack. As Vixen with the king will take that with the higher card. And Kika will add 500 to her stack. as nobody wanted to play with her big blind. That just sounded terrible. I should never say that. But it's true. It's the call. God bless it. 6-6-4. 6-4 of clubs and a 6 of hearts comes out. Board is paired up. 8 of hearts comes on the turn for free. Millie says no more free cards. And Ika and Neon say, well, if you're not going to let us play for free, we don't want to play with you. We're the fuck out of here. Ika getting angry, raising up 1,000 here. Over to Millie. Millie having a good think about this one here. She will fold. Forking Ace-Hole will play along. Ace-5 of spades, 3 of diamonds. And we're sticking with it, 1,000 apiece here. And a free Jack of clubs comes on the river between these two, Ika Kika and Forking Ace-Hole. Forking Ace-Hole will take that one with the pair of aces. Pocket kings for Ika. That ace came on the turn or on the flop, so there was probably no hope there to go with that one. Forking Ace-Hole, Omaha High enthusiast, currently the Syndicate overall first place sitter. Took down the Syndicate Secret Bounty series during the summer. A lot like the chase system. Somebody had a bounty on their head the entire game, and nobody knew who it was until the end of the game, and whoever won knocked that person out. Ended up getting the extra 3 points on the leaderboard there. 3-9 king of clubs. 3,500 says Forking Ace-Hole over to Millie, who will call it 8 of spades. All in from Forking Ace-Hole. Millie calls this one with pocket aces. King 3, 2 pair on the flop there. The unsuspecting 2 pair will damage Millie's chip stack big time as Forking Ace-Hole jumps tremendously in the lead over Vixen and Ika by double almost here. And Millie taking a debilitating hit right there. Jack 4 of hearts, a deuce of spades. Millie still with a lot of chips, though, that can make some damage. And Forking Ace-Hole will take that one down with another pair of aces that he will show. Finishing up Forking Ace-Hole, by the way, he also has been a PokerNow Sit and Go season champion. He's won 13 series games with the Syndicate. And his best season Sit and Go ranking, of course, is first. With PokerNow.club's Sit and Go tournaments that they hold every month. Every month it's a new season, as they call it. Vixen has fallen offline. Vixen has returned. And Millie will add back a few chips to her stack. And Millie will just limp in as Vixen is offline again. Now back. And checks the option. 6-9-4, rainbowed up again. Millie taking time in the action here. Checks it over to Vixen, who checks it back for a free card. 1,000 to go, says Vixen with a 5 of hearts on the turn. And Millie playing conservative there and folding out. Blinds will start getting interesting here even more so in about 2 minutes as we go up to 750, 1500. Ace of diamonds on the turn. And Vixen will take that with a high card again. Ika Kika would have had 2 pair. I will be burying my ass into a bowl of ice cream when this game is over. Pair of 4s on the board here. And now we have 3 4s on the board. Ika says she's got it. And Ika has it. The 4 of a kind. Holy moly. That, my friends, is what we call spicy. Chase has to make an appearance all over the Syndicate. Come on now. What a hand by Ika Kika getting the 4 4s for the 4 of a kind. Quads. On a no limit hold'em hand. Four deuce 7 comes out on this flop. 1,000 more to go over to Ika. Neon down to 1,400 with a 6 of spades. Ika putting the pressure on Neon now. And Neon will fold that one out and try to live and see another hand here, as he will be in the small blind, taking just about half his chips here. Does not make the move. Millie will get the donation. And Neon will sit short stacked at 900. Folding out. Millie will check it over to Vixen with a 2-6 queen on the board. And that's a no-go. Do not pass go. Do not go. Marvin K. Mooney, will you please go now? No, I will not. I don't even remember how that book goes, but I do remember the Big B book. I don't know if I can still recite it, though. Queen Jack versus King 3. King 3 goes right in the lead right off the bat. Also clubbed up. 2 pair of kings over 5s. Neon is gone and will be DRT on that turn card. So Neon will be going out in 4th place. No, sorry, 5th place. And a good fight from Neon on this final table. Neon's first final table with the Syndicate. Barely squeaking into this one, I think. But we will see Neon again next week during finals week with all the other games. Due to holidays, all the games are kind of finalizing next week with the exception of this one. King 7 of spades, Jack 5 of clubs. 1,500 to go, says Ika to Millie. And the blinds are up at 750, 1,500. And as the table gets smaller, we will start seeing these blinds knocking these stacks down very quickly. Eight, 8, 9 on the flop. Ika says it's good. Forking Acel says not so much. Ika slowly squeezing her way up there towards the range of forking ace-hole. 1500 on an ace-3 deuce spades. Trip aces on the flop for Ika. Ika Kika. Yeah. No. 750, 1500 to go. No good for Millie. Millie's sitting short stacked at $2,000 left. Blinds are 15, so Millie's going to have to start making a move here and or be forced into it, as the big blind will be coming around next. She will call it here, and we have a 6-10 jack checked by Ika to Millie, who will shove the rest of the 500 in and will take down the hand. So Millie will survive around the blinds here, and even more so by getting a little donation there by everybody folding out. Millie trying to build back quickly and better, but having to make a donation back to Vixen. Jack 6 of clubs, 3 of diamonds, 3,000 to go, says Vixen, over to forking ace-hole. And Vixen will take that one as well. Last player profile of the game before we get too late here. Millie, also hailing out of Australia, 27 years old, currently sitting Syndicate 6th overall. Has gotten lots of royal flushes, and if you watch back to some of our games of this last week, you will see some more of those royal flushes and 4 of a kinds. Best season sit and go ranking at PokerNow.club 30th, but the Syndicate for the most part is not playing the sit and goes anymore. Most everybody has been focusing on club tournament games, especially as everything's been getting closer and closer to the final tables, and now here we are on finals week, and then coming into the ascendancy after the Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving USA. You can check out the full Syndicate schedule over at syndicatepokerclub.com. Acer will check his option. Ace 6 7 6. Oh shit! I did it. I did it. Damn it! I told everybody I wasn't going to call it in that direction, but I did it anyway. And there we go. We have it. Another one. Get the chopsticks and soy sauce. We have a chop pot chop suey. Or reverse that. Strike that. Reverse it. Whatever. You know what I mean. 10 jack of clubs, 5 of hearts. Ace of hearts comes out. And we are checking it down for an ace of spades on the river. And we have a free showdown yet again. 2 chop pots right in a row. $1,500 to go. Millie on the option. Checks it. Ace, queen of diamonds. 3 of the clubs. Millie will fold out to the 1,500 chip bet. Ika will limp in for this one. 750 more to go again for Millie. Vixen checks the option. 5 king 3. Ika will play along with a pair of 5s on the board now. Ika Kika putting Millie all in. And Millie will have the trip fives. And Ika will not make it with her two pair. With the kings over fives. So Ika making a donation pretty much over to Millie now. So now Millie coming back into the game after being on the cliff. And our board pairs up again with a pair of queens. And a 5 comes out on the river. We're spaded up here with some spade heavy board. 2 pair. Queens and 8s for 4 king ace hole. Minute and a half at these blinds before they go up to a big whopping 1,000, 2,000. And then the blinds are going to start going up even bigger, faster. Every 10 minutes. There's your queen 10 of hearts. Jack of clubs on the flop. Four of diamonds comes. Ika calling it in. 15 to put Ika all in, and it will not pan out for Ika as she will fold out and go all in on this hand. Millie taking that one. Millie just shy of the 20 grand mark. 4 queen of diamonds, 8 of spades. Millie in the action. $15 to go over to Vixen, who will fold out. Millie right off the bat, 85 to 15 here. Ika looking slim here. And Ika will not survive as Millie rivers out a full boat. Queen's full of eights on that one. So Ika Kika at her first final table with the Syndicate at the Crucible will finish out 4th. For the final showdown. There's a lot more to it, though. There's also a leaderboard that goes along with all this, so always want to check that out. Get over to syndicatepokerclub.com. Check it all out. Follow the game links under the Tournaments tab, and you can see all of the leaderboards from the different series, including this one, the Crucible, the final table, or the Crucible series, I should say. So we now are down to 3. Millie coming back strong. Not only being able to hit another final table for herself, but looking for a first title here. Vixen having the face-off title. 4 King Ace Hole has the secret bounty title. But all 3 of these players playing for real, but playing for free, but playing for real. Millie will survive with the pair of 3s off the flop. As our blinds are now up to 1,000, 2,000. And I'm sorry, I lied. We're going to go up to 1,250, 2,500 after this blind round. But still at 1,000, 2,000, 3-handed, it's not going to take long to start seeing these chip stacks take some hits. Ace, King of Hearts, and 9 of Spades. 10 of Spades comes out on the turn. And a free spade. It's a 5 on the river. The showdown reveals a pair of 7s for Vixen that will hang on till the end with all those overcards there. I just silent yawned again. 2, 10, 4 clubs. checked around. A 7 of diamonds comes on the turn. It's been checked over to Millie, who's having to think about this one. Everybody about even stacked here as we are at blinds of 1,000, 2,000. Worst hand in poker would be the greatest hand for this hand right now. 7 deuce deuce comes on the flop, but now an ace of clubs gives us a club heavy board. 4,000 to go from Vixen will not be good enough for Millie. Trip twos is what forking ace would have had, but who the hell plays that pre-flop? Especially at 1,000, 2,000 blinds. And now a whopping 7-3 with a 10. Suited up hearts. Ace deuce 9. Millie going $2,000. And she will even out the board as well. A little bit of chip shifting going on now. Everybody looking for that edge. Queen of Spades comes on this river. Millie trying to set it aflame. Will not happen. Ace 3 of diamonds and a 7 of clubs. King of Hearts comes on the turn. $2,000 to go from forking ace hole. Millie will get out of the way. And a no-go for Vixen. Pair of kings on the turn. Six king spades. 9 of diamonds. Queen of clubs. Nobody wants to bet it. 8 of spades comes on the river. And just a pair of sixes from forking ace hole. Nobody getting that defining hand quite yet, apparently, to make any kind of big moves. Blinds will be going up again here in about 4 minutes. Blinds will be up 1,250, 2,500 here. And Millie will take it with a high card. So Millie's keeping her head above the 20 grand mark. 6 ace of clubs, 10 of hearts. And now a deuce of clubs comes. Queen of spades, not doing anybody any good apparently. Nope, just a high card again. Queen of spades, 9 of clubs, 3 of diamonds. Quadzilla down in the peanut gallery having a chit chat with forking ace hole. mentioning that we've had a lot of flush boards out there, but we haven't been getting many flushes. Forking ace hole does get the boat on this one. Queens full of nines. Vixen would have had it as well. But it is true. There's been a lot of flush boards out there, but they have not been panning out. Chase may have had something to do with that. Who knows? Pair of aces on the board. And an ace six of spades is what we have with an ace of hearts. And Millie dropping down under the 15 grand mark. Two minutes left on this blind level. Queen nine deuce of diamonds. Board pairs with a nine of spades. Ace of spades to finish it. And trip nines from Forking Ace Hole, who just checked it down. Eight king three of clubs, eight of diamonds. Millie folds out as Millie's chip stack starts to dwindle slowly here. Jack five of diamonds, a 10 of hearts. No play there. Two pair on the flop. Vixen with nothing happening with the 7-3. Another no-hander. And another no-hander behind that. And Millie will take this one with her queen being the help here. Two pair queens threes with the ace kicker on the board. So Millie builds back. She now goes back up to the 20 grand mark. And Vixen drops down under the 10 grand mark now. The tides have turned a little bit here. 6-5. Well, we have a double whatever. Two pair on the board here. Ugh. Sixes over fives on the board. And there was your full house with the 5 from Forking Ace Hole, who was able to bet everybody out of that one. Blinds are officially up to 1250, 2500. Things are going to start getting pretty spicy now, as the Syndicate gang likes to say. Vixen will take some extra chips to stay alive as she goes into the big blind and gets a $12.50 donation from Millie. Millie folds out under the gun. Vixen does the same. Ace deuce of spades from Forking Ace Hole. Forking Ace Hole doubling it up to 5 grand. Millie will fold out. Acer will take those blinds away. And Vixen will come back up. Acer slowly collecting tax here from Vixen and Millie. We have spades. 6, 8, 9. 2 of hearts comes. 4 hearts for free on the river. 25 to go, says Forking Acehole. Millie will not have any part of that. Millie gets out of there. Vixen will continue to limp around with Millie. And we have a family pot. Everybody's just going to take a peek at this flop for the minimal amount. $37.50 from Vixen to go. Millie will play. 9-6 ace on the flop. A deuce of clubs comes on the turn. All in. Vixen, 95% here. Jacks for Millie. And Millie will not catch that jack on the river. So 2 pair for Vixen, who flopped the aces. We'll take that, and Millie will be all in blind here on the big blind. But Millie comes out, well, it came out looking good at the start, but the 5 comes on the flop. And Millie will head out of this one in 3rd place. Forking Acehole taking that one down. As we go heads up with Vixen and Forking Acehole. And why am I not surprised? I don't know. Our broadcast schedule will continue again on Saturday with Conclave, final qualifier number 8. Dominion final will be back on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And the Accord final Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff so you get the alerts of when we schedule those broadcasts. And reminders that we will be back on the air with the Syndicate Poker Club, playing live free poker. But we are in it to win it. Pretty well even stacked here as our blinds are at 1250, 2500 between Forking Acehole and Vixen. Queen of Hearts comes on the river. Vixen will take this one. Vixen folding out here. Heads up action. Blinds will go up for another level to 15,300 in about 5 minutes. And if these two do not finish it up, we will end up being on another break here. But we will see what happens. 4-5 King of Hearts comes out. Queen of Clubs on the turn. And a 6 of Diamonds on the river. $5,000 from Vixen to go. And let's see if we can have a 3 on that board. Maybe a 7 to go with it. Wow. Well, we have another one. Nope. No can do there. And we have a kicker situation where Vixen will take that one with the jack out kicking Forking Acehole's cards and the 1 extra card. Board almost played on that one. It were close. Players are pretty much even stacked, just shifting chips back and forth at the moment. Nobody trying to make any kind of big moves. And then as I say that, there goes Forking Acehole with a big raise. Vixen playing a little tit for tat on the raise pre-flop. Ace is on the board on the flop. Jack comes with the Jack of clubs comes on the, yeah, whatever. You know what it is. It doesn't matter. Hands over because Vixen bet for king ace hole right out of there. And there we go. There's a 3-bet from 4 king ace hole. Vixen not playing that game. A 7, a deuce, and a jack. What do those 3 things have in common? Absolutely nothing. Because that is a rainbow flop right there. 1 heart, 1 spade, 1 diamond. Ace, jack, a deuce this time. Ace, jack of hearts, and a deuce of diamonds. $15,000 to go, says Vixen. And we have an all-in from 4 king ace hole going over the top on this one. That is another, what, almost $10,000. Vixen came out swinging. And there's your flush with the 6-4. Vixen came out swinging, 4 king ace hole, swung right back. Vixen did not like that. Ace, deuce of hearts on the board for now. Everything's sticking low. And a king 8 will outkick the king 7 of Vixen. Three spades on our flop to go. We could be looking at it going on here. 15,000 in the pot. Vixen only going 25. And a deuce of diamonds, probably not a help here. But enough for Vixen apparently to bet it. 4 king ace hole only showing a 10. Seven, 3 of clubs, jack of hearts. 4 king ace hole pretty much betting Vixen all in on that one. 7 deuce, pair of 7s. 4 king ace hole, he's wanting his 7-2 bounty game. One day that might happen with these Syndicate's tournament structures. We'll never know, though. Because 2026 is just around the corner here for the Syndicate. As exciting things are getting ready to happen here after the ascendancy. However, after this game, like I said, I am burying myself into a big old bowl of ice cream. And then I'm going to take a nap. Trip 8s for 4 king ace hole. Deuce 9 of hearts, a 10 of clubs, a 3 of spades. And that one will keep Vixen piled down a little bit. Ace 7 of clubs, a 4 of hearts. Deuce of hearts comes on the turn for free. Vixen not making a move there yet. Deuce comes out to pair up the board. Vixen with with the kicker of a 9-8 over a 9-6. Who would have saw that coming? Not me. I've seen stranger things happen. One thing I haven't seen is Stranger Things the show, because I just don't fucking get it. 3,000 to go, says Vixen. And a 9-6 and a king 6, pair of kings there. to pair up, give a 2 pair for Vixen. And Vixen comes roaring back. Blinds are 1,500, 3,000. There was an unfixable error apparently in the blind structure. Of course, who would have expected a 7-player game to go for 2 hours, I suppose, at these blinds. I just looked over at the blind clock and saw that that is way off. It should be 1750, 3,500, and for some reason it is 1750, 5,000. King 8 of clubs, a 9 of diamonds. Couple of 6s on the flop with a 3. 6-3 of hearts and a 6 of diamonds. I'm not calling that one. And a deuce of hearts. Forking ace-hole will take that one. Once again with the kicker situation going on there. Spades on the flop. Spade on the turn. Five jack of hearts. 10 of diamonds. And a pair of 7s for king ace-hole. Jack 5 of spades, queen of diamonds. Ace of spades comes. And forking ace-hole will take that one down with just a kicker card again. And we are DRT right there for forking ace hole. Vixen will double up. Eight, 9, 4. And I'm amazed. Vixen will take this one, as Vixen will be our Crucible champion, taking first place, her second title now, after taking the face-off series. Forking Ace-Hole coming in second, being the bridesmaid on this one again. And Millie coming in third. So there we are. And our full tournament overview of the Crucible. Who was there? It was Forking Ace-Hole, Millie, Ika, Jamrock, Biggie Large, Vixen, and Neon. All in that order. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's how they finished the series. But how they finished the final game, it was Vixen in first. Forking Ace-Hole took second. Millie took third. Kika takes fourth. Neon finishes out in fifth. Jam Rock and Roll in sixth. Biggie Large went out first in seventh. So there we are. Congratulations to Vixen, who will take the title of the Crucible final table, setting the felt ablaze. So there you are, gang. Fun times. Next upcoming game, Conclave number 8, Saturday, 1 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check it out here on the Syndicate Poker Club's YouTube channel. And check out syndicatepokerclub.com. Always around, always doing something, always goofing off. Playing for free, but playing for real and having fun doing it all at the same time. syndicatepokerclub.com. We will see you on the next broadcast.